I'm needing and I'm wanting to let go of what I believe I've been using in order to blame for my situation right now. You know, we all have past situations, and you know, I had a certain relationship with my father, and I worked with my father for 22 years. And in the past, in the very recent past, I have I've blamed my dad for actions, or for actions that I've taken, or for, how would I say, for the way that I speak to my son, or the way that I've spoken to my partner Michelle at times. And all of a sudden I'll be like, oh my god, like I'm my dad in that situation. And it's like, yeah, I might have picked up some traits along the way. But how I reacted back in the day to my father was not my father's fault. It was nothing to do with him. It was my choice to react the way I reacted. And it was my choice to be whatever way I was around him, and to be affected in whatever way I was affected to whatever situation. And they were all, if I'm honest, they were probably looking now, with more of a kind of an adult mind. I obviously had expectations that were unrealistic, because I know that my dad did the very best with what he had and with the knowledge that he had. And he was the very best version of himself with whatever life offered him. Yeah, he made mistakes. We all do. But I cannot continue to turn around and say, "Oh, that's a childhood programming. That's a I'm doing this because of I am the way I am because of this person or that person," or that's just bullshit. That's a cop out. And I have to take responsibility for who I am right now. And scared as I am, I need to pick up the phone and make some calls, and see if I can find a way to bring in some money. Now I know it's going to be short term, because I completely believe in what it is that I want to create online. And I've been challenged to actually make that call. And it's funny, like, it's not even a call that is going to be me asking for a job. It's going to be me asking for advice towards approaching people down around where I live who work in the same industry, who this person I'm going to ring now has connections with. And I mean, at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter. You know, if I go in and shake hands and hand in a CV and talk to somebody eye to eye, and if they laugh me out of the door, it shouldn't matter. But it obviously does. And like, after my conversation yesterday, I felt pumped up. I felt like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, like, on one side, the practical side was like, make the call, find a way to earn money that will help me to fund the life that I want to create with my business. And at the same time, bring money towards the household as well. paying bills and food and all that type of stuff. And then on the other side, the other challenge for me was to actually document what I've said I've wanted to document from the very beginning, the highs and the lows. But the reality is that when I was feeling really low and when shit was hitting the fan and when things just weren't working out, I wasn't making videos. I wasn't writing articles. I was just wallowing in it. And then when things turned around and things started working again and I felt good, the camera came back out, articles were being written for my website, all of that type of stuff. And that in itself is just, it's a level of not being authentic. And for me to actually make this video now, I know that I'm opening myself up to ridicule. I'm opening myself up to anybody out there who is still looking at this at this stage. Fair play to you. But this is a level of vulnerability that I have to embrace in order to move forward. Because it's just too fucking hard trying to be the positive, perfect, action-taking, forward-moving, dedicated, visionary business person who is depicting this sense of power. And I mean, when I say power, I mean like power like a train, like just going down the line. With the intention, always the intention to influence people to do the same. But the reality is that if I want to be an entrepreneur, if I want to create an online presence, if I want to build a business that is based around openness and honesty and vulnerability, and a place where people can, like a website where people can come and find out the reality, like information about what it takes to build an online business, to have the mindset in order to build an online business, to be mindful, because I truly believe that that is the missing link between failure and success. And at the same time, I know there's no such thing as failure. Like if things don't work out, it's how quickly you get back up. So with that attitude, you're always going to find success. But with me just posting the good stuff, it goes completely against what I've been trying to actually create and achieve. And this video, I'll probably find myself repeating things over and over again. But the thing is that I'm still trying to figure me out. That's another thing. I've always been driven by the idea of leading by example. And in order to, like in marketing, in any form of marketing, you are not going to be influenced by me to either go and buy something or to either join something or to whatever. You're not going to be influenced by me in any way, shape, or form unless you feel like you know, like, and trust me. And how can I possibly come across that way if I don't even know who the fuck I am myself? If I don't know who I am completely, like, and like at the moment, I don't really like myself. Now that's saying a lot. That's a big statement, and I feel like I need to actually take that back. There's things that I'm doing which in essence, it's the not doing that I don't like about myself. With all honesty, I actually love myself. I really do, because I know that I have abilities and I have gifts and I have a vision that is very blurred at the moment, but it's there. I know it's there, and I don't know. But all in all, the statement that I don't like myself is not true. It's the parts of myself that I'm hiding from I don't like.